The real Atlantis. Everything you were told is wrong. Have you ever wondered why the legend of Atlantis refuses to die? Why a story told over 2,300 years ago still haunts our collective imagination, as if it wasn't merely a myth, but a memory? Tonight, we're stepping beyond the textbook version, because what if I told you this? Atlantis didn't disappear because it was fake. It disappeared because we've been searching in the wrong place. Let's begin. 1. The lie we accepted too easily. For centuries, the world repeated the same idea. Atlantis was just a metaphor Plato invented. A neat explanation, simple, comfortable. But here's the problem. Nothing about this story behaves like a metaphor. And in Egypt, scribes recorded tales far older than Plato, including one that described a powerful island civilization wiped out by disaster. So maybe Plato didn't invent Atlantis. Maybe he saved it. Maybe he preserved a story that would have vanished forever. This is the first crack in the illusion. 2. The wrong map. Everyone knows Atlantis was somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, except no major geological event in the Atlantic matches Plato's timeline. And yet, the Mediterranean, the Aegean, North Africa? These regions are filled with ancient cities shaped like concentric rings, shattered by earthquakes, swallowed by the sea. The truth flips the original belief. Atlantis wasn't impossible to find. We've simply been staring at the wrong ocean for 200 years. 3. The disaster that matched too perfectly. Textbooks once insisted, there's no real event that fits Atlantis. But modern science tells another story. Around 1600 BCE, the volcano Thera erupted with unimaginable force. Entire coastlines vanished. Mega tsunamis swept across the Mediterranean. Ash covered lands as far as Egypt. Civilizations collapsed overnight. This wasn't a disaster. It was an extinction-level reset for ancient societies. Not only does this match Plato's description, it matches it frighteningly well. This is no longer coincidence. This is convergence. 4. Civilizations more advanced than they should be. Another argument says, no ancient culture was advanced enough to be Atlantis. But archaeology keeps proving the opposite. The Minoans had advanced plumbing, complex architecture, naval dominance, written language, multi-story cities. Egypt had astronomical alignment techniques, mathematical precision, complex irrigation systems. North Africa had engineered ports, circular urban planning, maritime trade routes. We thought no civilization fit Plato's description. Now there are too many that do, and this changes everything. 5. The missing city that isn't missing. Skeptics say, if Atlantis was real, where are the ruins? And the answer is simple: underwater, broken apart, scattered. Exactly the way a real cataclysm would leave it. Akrotiri, Heraklion, Atlit Yam, the submerged city near Cadiz, the circular ruins in Morocco. Each site holds pieces of the puzzle, and together, they form a map that looks disturbingly like Atlantis. Father Time didn't hide the city. The ocean did. 6. Science finally catches up. For centuries, Atlantis didn't fit the evidence. Now, evidence is racing to catch up. Sonar reveals submerged structures. LiDAR uncovers buried rings. Carbon dating realigns timelines. Geological scans confirm sudden collapses. The pieces once scattered across disciplines, geology, archaeology, mythology, seismology, are finally connecting. Not because we invented new theories, because we finally have the tools Plato never had. 7. The truth we refused to see. The biggest myth wasn't Atlantis sank. The biggest myth was believing, if we can't find it, it must not exist. But stories don't survive for thousands of years just because they're entertaining. They survive because something real birthed them. Something catastrophic, something unforgettable, something humanity was determined not to lose. Atlantis wasn't an invention. It was a warning, a memory, a lost chapter in human history, waiting for us to read it correctly. We've been asking the wrong question. Not, was Atlantis real? But, what if Atlantis was real, and we misunderstood every clue that could prove it? The evidence is converging, the past is resurfacing, and the truth is no longer hiding. We just have to look in the places we once ignored. If you want more hidden history, ancient mysteries, and forgotten truths the textbooks never told you, hit like, subscribe, and comment which ancient civilization you want exposed next. Because Atlantis may not be the only story that was never supposed to disappear.